use your reaction to gain immunity to that type of damage, including against the triggering damage. If you do so, the resistance ends and you have the immunity until the end of your next turn, at which time the spell ends.
Look at this place. I get the feeling I'm not the first severed hand you've taken home.
Yeah, I like the rubies better, so.
And so this cave, this northern passage is a dead end. That is, the wind in this cave is sucking the breath out of your lungs. Which, looking at all the creatures that are dead here, your guess is that they all suffocated.
What?
I guess I will loot what I can and scoot my way back out of the death hole.
Even though I want the rubies, I'm just gonna follow him.
Well, you're looting everything, right?
Yeah,
You guys made your save, so. There's 2 daggers worth 1,000 gold pieces each, elven chain, and a scroll of primordial wood.
I just want the daggers that has the rubies.
Okay. Yep. Anybody have any objection to Luna taking the daggers?
No.
Can I take the scroll?
Sure.
Have at it.
And
In the
Ari will take the primordial ward scroll.
I'm gonna
Can I
look.
also take the drow body?
Hey, we can catch
You can drag the drow body back to the split in the road.
Guys, I have a great idea.
This is my.
We can get a new disease if we eat the giant bat.
That's right.
Can I
Let's
have
get
a couple of
immunity
fingers
to
in the
it.
drow version?
Yeah.
You should probably take them before I animate her, but sure.
You said elven chain.
So she says that you should probably take the fingers before she animates her.
This will make it tasty soon.
Ugh.
No, I have the drow zombie with my other zombie.
So, Kate and I were watching Forensic Files on Netflix the other night before bed. Because, you gotta watch murder porn before you go to bed.
Of course.
And they had some case from like early 80s where this freak that worked in some store had killed this woman and evidently strangled her baby, and then they went through what investigators later thought had occurred. And so as he's driving off, her body's in the trunk. Evidently he had the body of the baby in the front seat with him.
What?
And so they show a reenactment of how he got disposed of the body of the baby. The car doesn't even slow down, and it's like he hucked the body out the passenger window like it's a football without even taking his foot off the gas. And I lost it. I just started busting up laughing. And my wife is like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "He didn't even slow down. This baby just goes flying out the window."
Bouncing down the road.
Yes. Yep, that's how you get rid of baby. So ridiculous.
That's right.
Oh, and this was the other funny part. The reason why that episode stuck out in my mind is that this guy was such a freak. The investigator's like, well, he was antisocial and played games like Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh no.
But evidently had a good football arm because that baby went flying. You don't usually see that kind of athleticism in Dungeons and Dragons.
Is anybody taking the elven shirt? Elven chain?
The elven
Football
chain?
baby.
Nobody's taking the elven chain.
I will take the elven chain if nobody else does.
Okay.
I only wanted the
Because
daggers.
that'll actually increase
I didn't want
my...
anything. I don't want anything. I just wish I had some kind of goo to throw at that rock that sucks all the breath out of people. I want to see if we can jam it up.
How big was the bat body?
It is a giant
My
bat.
character
You could
just
stuff the whole
has
with a
this
bat.
obsession with rubies.
Throw a bat wing over it. That always fixes holes.
Dragons all have their source of treasure. Mine's just rubies.
So elven chain is basically chainmail with plus
The
one
funny
bonus
thing
to
is, for
AC.
Jimmy's needed
Nope.
a ruby.
You're considered
It's like right
proficient with
here.
the armor, even if you lack proficiency with medium armor.
Emerald.
I'm actually highly adept with
I would think,
medium.
being a fighter. Yeah.
But
Well, I
it's
took
one
that so I
got
could get rid of my
in
stealth
first campaign.
negatives.
added
Ah.
to my strength.
Yeah, I took that feat a long
Oh,
time
okay.
ago.
Okay.
So you guys continue up the northern passage. A chasm divides the subterranean passage, which continues on the other side, 10 feet away. Fog obscures the depths of the chasm. You look into this chasm, and you can only see down about 40 feet, and the rest of it, that's where you hit the top of this fog. You can't see the bottom of the chasm.
Can we drop a rock?
Sure. Make a perception check.
11.
I guess.
You drop the rock, and you estimate that you can hear the rock hit the bottom
Okay.
past the fog, and you estimate that it could be 60, maybe 70 feet.
Okay.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
See if I can do any better.
There's plenty of debris to drop, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's
Even
rocks
though I
all over the
have
place.
it.
Well, I tip my hat to everybody and I say huzzah and I jump down the hole.
Of course you do.
No, I
I'm
got
wearing the
19.
wingwear.
Okay, on your 19, you
You're
correct her,
right.
and you're like, I think that this chasm's only maybe 50 feet, and that the fog is only about 10 feet above the floor.
And then
I
Valerie-
And
can,
you jump
wait,
in.
I can,
Make an athletics
I can
check.
just spider walk down the wall.
But he
As
did
soon
it.
as I go down, I pull out my bag of feather fall.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I didn't tell anybody when I jumped, just to scare them.
So you pull out your feather falling hot air balloon.
Uh-huh.
I have.
Everybody's like, what do you do? Oh, that bastard.
Aw, don't get a little
So-
body.
You get to the bottom of this chasm, and okay, hold on here.
These are not all that, and then all of these are no longer municipal. Like active, yeah. Editions, still think. Okay.
To recharge that, I need an air node, right?
Correct.
Where do you get an air node?
There's one at the Howling Caves, I think.
Yeah. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, crap.
Oh no. Wait, can I just spider walk down the wall?
Haha.
I'll have to do that after.
That's not.
Sun Moon, what'd you get?
25.
Zerm, what'd you get?
I think I'm thinking about switching to army.
I think I
I
can.
have 51 points. And
Plenty of disease for.
actually,
Wow.
Well, I don't know. I'll be good.
Luna, what'd you get?
A 2.
Wow. A lot of twos. Onomatopoeia.
11.
Malum.
23.
I've been rolling pretty good.
And Ari.
7.
Everybody roll really high or really low.
Yeah, there's no in between with you guys.
It's either
So,
one thing
Sun
or
Moon,
the
you
other.
see Malum jump into the chasm and pop his elemental bag, and feather fall down to the bottom, and he goes through this layer of fog and disappears from view. And you just see the clouds kind of roil in where he went through the cloud layer. What would you? Okay. How are you just jumping, or are you running down the wall? What are you doing?
I'll run down the wall.
Okay.
You have that little blind
Um,
don't you?
Yeah, I do.
It's like you have a cushion of feather falling.
We will get back. Well, we'll go to Malum. So Malum, you float to the bottom, and you see a shadow come through the cloud layer near you.
Scary.
Just go straight down the wall and run past you. And when you float to the bottom, you can just make out, I mean, you can't see through this fog, 5 feet in front of you. You can just make out that Sun Moon is standing there in front of you. And at the bottom of this chasm, you two find, well, both of you make perception checks.
Keep rolling, Blue. He's good.
14.
You find, Sun Moon, looking down at the ground, you find 3 emeralds worth 100 gold pieces each.
Ew. emeralds.
17 on mine.
Wait, I got an emerald.
You find 6 sapphires worth 100 gold pieces each.
Wait, no, that's not amethyst. Never mind.
Onomatopoeia, I assume you're still towards the back of the group. You see Malum jump and Sun Moon run down the chasm wall. What are you gonna do?
I
Giving you a near
have,
heart attack.
I have wing wear. I think I'll jump,
Okay.
float down.
So, Sun Moon and Malum, you see above you, gliding back and forth through the fog, Onomatopoeia come down. Go ahead, Onomatopoeia, make a perception check.
I got 22.
You find a diamond worth 500 gold pieces.
Sweet. I need some pencil.
And now the fun begins.
Oh no. I don't like this. If there's any rubies, I call them. I like it. Yeah.
So, Malum, you were using the bat, right?
Yep.
The balloon. Onomatopoeia and Malum make your choice a strength or dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Well, 1 plus 7.
My lowest roll, honestly, was 19.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, you guys are standing at the bottom of this chasm, and suddenly, Ari and Luna, and Zarm, you're at the top, and you can see all of a sudden the fog about 40 feet down just starts swirling. You guys at the bottom of the chasm, all of a sudden the wind picks up, and Onomatopoeia, you kind of collapse your wings and lean into the wind so that you don't get blown around. Malum,
I'm glad I didn't
you
go
are
down.
picked up, and the balloon is caught in this wind and lifts you completely out of the chasm and throws you back up at the top.
How was your trip?
Unexpected.
And you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage and lose grip of your balloon.
No, I like my balloon. Well, it was empty anyways, and whatever.
How high up the wall is he when he hits the wall?
He's back up completely out of the chasm.
Hi.
I got
back.
chucked like a freaking.
Yeah, the wind picks him up and throws it. You guys up at the top, Ari and Luna and Zarm, you see Malum get thrown out and land on the ground next to you.
I'm
Welcome
back,
back.
bitches.
Ari, what would you like to do?
You need to work on your landing there, bro. Everybody else alive down there?
So she calls down, wants to make sure that you guys are okay down there. Is anybody gonna respond?
I'll go back up, tell her how far down the wall I had to run if they have ropes.
Okay, so you have actually shown that you guys at the bottom, you know that it's 50 feet from the surface down to the bottom of this chasm. And so he tells you if you've got ropes, you can throw it down and you
I
can
have
secure it.
spider climbing. I can just take you guys back up.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. I have no.
Well, I'm sure
I got
you
rope.
guys would have rope. You have some kind of pack.
I can
Oh, yeah,
just
I got
take you
rope.
back.
I think all of the adventuring
I
packs.
have a spellcaster's pack, which did not have rope.
I was gonna say almost all of them have rope.
I have 50 feet of hemp rope.
Spellcasters don't deal
Okay.
with rope.
So yeah, they toss a rope down. Onomatopoeia and Sun Moon make perception checks.
Wait.
Wow.
23.
So So Sun Moon has a hard time being able to see through this pea soup fog to even see where the rope came down. But Onomatopoeia, you're able to grab it and you kind of secure it. So you two can climb down. Well, the three of you can, or four of you can climb down if you so choose.
Can I crack one of my torch mushrooms and like throw it down there, see if it has any help dispersing fog?
Open flame from non-magical sources is immediately extinguished. Is
that's-
how strong the wind is in here.
Okay, so it's so windy up
I
here,
can
nobody's fogged up.
walk
Right.
down the wall.
You're gonna spider climb down the wall. Okay.
See if I can help them out.
Yeah, I'll piton off the rope and allow the rest of us to climb down.
Okay.
I suppose I'll attempt this climbing thing. Doesn't seem like a bad idea.
As you are climbing down the rope, Zarm, are you climbing down the rope as well?
I'm gonna stay up towards the top, and if I can, I'd like to cast bonfire somewhere towards the center, so that they'll be able to see.
Okay.
Doesn't Frozen go out?
Sun, Moon, and Onomatopoeia make dexterity saving throws.
I'm gonna hold off climbing down until they're down because I want to stay at the
Nice.
top and monitor the rope.
Uh-oh.
You okay down there?
I only roll good when it's really important. That was kind of your roll, alright.
Yeah, I want to monitor the rope while everybody's climbing down.
You're what now?
I'm not gonna climb down with them. I'm gonna stay at the top and
Okay.
keep an eye on the rope in case the wind tries to pull it loose. I can grab it.
Okay.
I'm not using the rope.
Figure three of us on a rope ain't gonna do
I'll
well.
stay with
I'm not on a rope. I'm just walking down the wall.
Can you take my zombies? I don't think I can.
Yeah, I'll take your zombies just on my back.
I promise they're well trained.
They're well-trained zombies. God damn it. What kind of damage does bonfire do? Anybody?
I don't know. I can't cast bonfire.
1 second.
To do what?
Sorry, it's 3d8 to 5 foot square.
Go ahead and go ahead and roll damage, Zarm.
Don't roll high.
I roll poorly.
Oh, if this was me, it would have been the only time
So-
I
It'll
rolled
take a
good.
DC 17 save.
Yeah, she only got an 11. So this bonfire comes into existence, and Sun Moon is able to jump out of the way, but Onomatopoeia, you take 14 points of fire damage.
Okey-doke.
But with the light that's down there now.
I'm wearing a fire resistant ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you only take 7.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the important part.
With the light that's down there now, and this bonfire is like whipping around and from the wind, and then the light that's down there, you can now see that there is an opening that continues to go north at the bottom of this chasm. But then all of a sudden the wind dies down, and the cloud layer above you starts to grow very dark, and the bottom flattens out.
Well, that doesn't have drinks.
You're climbing down. Your spider climbing down. Both of you need to make DC 15 Constitution saving throws.
7.
A 7? Wow.
Wait, 15, right?
Yep.
I got 15.
Okay, so you save.
Don't worry, your zombies are safe.
You see these. So you guys on the bottom of the chasm, you see the cloud layer flatten out and grow dark, and then you kind of see some flashes of light, and there's a big boom, thunder crack goes off. You take 5 points of thunder damage. You take 11 points of thunder damage, and you are deafened for 1 minute.
Oh. So you don't know if your zombies are safe or not.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You make it to the bottom. You guys make it to the bottom of the chasm, and you're down there, and everybody's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And you're like, "Me." You can't hear shit.
Oh.
Zarm and Malum, you're still at the top. What are you doing?
One second. Let Zarm go first.
Okay. Zarm, what do you want to do?
They have the list of all the drinks over there, and she said they still do have smoothie stuff. You'll have to go figure out which one you want.
He goes down, I'll go down.
He said to have you go first.
That's because I was telling her about drinks.
So are you going to go down?
Yeah, I'll go down.
Okay, so yeah, Malum is going to climb down.
Is he climbing down? Or are you climbing down?
He said he'll go down if you go down.
I'll go down. I'll just wait till he's down. That way I can stay and watch the rope just in case.
Okay, so he's going to send Zarm down first. He's watching the rope to make sure that the wind doesn't knock this rope loose.
But I'll be right behind you afterward, as soon as you hit the bottom.
And then he'll come down right after you. So you guys all get to the bottom, and Onomatopoeia and Sun Moon point out that there's a cave entrance that continues to the north.
Let's go.
Mount Point, there's a cave that way.
Okay.
We're gonna have to lead the deaf one with us.
As you guys continue going to the
Does
north,
anybody know sign language?
or I'm sorry, you continue going to the west,
I do.
and you can suddenly the temperature plunges, which is it, and you come into a cave and it is dominated by a frozen pool. Ice crystals glitter on the walls, floor, and other rock formations. Snow whirls about on strong gusts of wind. The temperature in here is minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whew. Well, I'm gonna cast my flame blade so I get some heat.
Okay, so you pop Flame Blade, which also gives you a new light source. And while you guys are standing there, is it time for fire? It's always time for fire.
Yeah.
Just pour some gas on that root ball and light it.
We still got the orb of decimation. We can light that bitch.
So you're standing on the edge of this frozen lake. Everybody make a perception check.
26.
16 for Sun Moon?
Okay.
Perception. Ooh, I didn't see shit. 8.
13?
Okay.
She will get a. Much better than I did.
What'd you get?
Why is just this one?
21 for Airy.
That's pretty good. I'm sorry, Zarm, what'd you get? 11? Okay. So, Airy and Onomatopoeia, you guys are standing there, and what little light source is available to you guys, you look down and you can see that there's something frozen in the ice.
Can I hover my sword over it to melt it somewhat?
You see there's a what in the ice?
Something, they're not sure.
So when you can see it's out on the ice, this frozen pond.
Oh,
in order
so
to get
it's like-
closer, you'd have to step out.
I'm not
I
doing
rolled a
that. I'm
perception for it.
probably the heaviest
Something.
one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Dragonborn's probably the heaviest one here.
I weigh about 50 pounds, so I'm probably the one to scoot out there, but I'd like someone to tie a rope around me first.
And just
That's a good idea.
we tie
How-
a rope around our waist and then
How
have
big
me
does this
just-
thing look?
Give me
Get
the
your-
drill marker.
Get your tie together with your ropes and get out your 10-foot poles. Get some ice cold buttermilk and
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking the same thing, but I could tie it to my monkey's foot and just shove him out there like curling.
Yeah, just throw the
Are we
monkey out
playing
there.
hockey now?
This is animal
So
cruelty.
you guys tie a rope around onomatopoeia, and who are you tying the other end off to? Or are you just handing it to somebody? Okay, so Luna grabs the other end. Onomatopoeia, you go out there. Suddenly the air grows very warm. Water rains down from above, and you can hear the ice starting to crack as thick waves of steam rise from the pool. Suddenly bobbing under your feet among the breaking ice are the bloated bodies of small snurfneblins staring up with wide, dead eyes.
Ew. How many are there?
You want me to pull you back now?
There
Can I
are
get that one thing resurrected?
many.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull her back.
So there's enough to control me.
That would be very nice.
Onomatopoeia, you can make a medicine check.
Okay. I actually did put a bunch of points in there when I started. 15
If only I could help you.
21. Woo!
So, on a 21, you can determine, you're standing on this ice as it's starting to shift and crack, and you can determine that these floating corpses are the bodies of snurfneblin that were boiled alive.
Ew. Like lobsters?
Yep. And all of them are wearing pants that are too big for them.
Of course.
It seems to be a thing.
It's the style right now, you guys. It's what the young people wear.
Okay,
A couple of them have gold ropes.
I would like to cast detect
So-
One of them has a
to see if
sundial, a
there's
really
any
big one.
creatures.
Yeah, they're wearing a big sundial. Yeah.
So you wanted to be pulled back.
A lot of Tommy Hilgiant shirts.
Okay. I'm gonna pull her back.
So you're gonna pull her back? Okay. I'm sorry, Zarm, what were you saying?
Casting detect thoughts.
Who are,
I can tell if there's any creatures nearby that have an intelligence greater than 3.
what's the range on detect thoughts?
Don't detect my thoughts. They're private.
You wouldn't want to detect that.
You could pick thoughts of my monkey.
I
but
don't
always
even know
gonna
what
hear
I'm thinking about.
Um,
And it can penetrate barriers 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal, lead.
no, you don't detect any thoughts. In fact,
Hey, my
Well-
intelligence is greater than 3.
hold on, before I say that, let
What do you
me,
think? Air, fire,
Where's my
water?
intelligence? I have pretty good intelligence. But I have more wisdom. That's
I mean, I'll-
almost the same thing as
Oh, 6 apiece.
It's like, wisdom's better. Yeah.
Seems to do a lot with elementals.
so I take that back. You do detect some thoughts. You detect,
not mine.
You seem like they do
completely
practice friends at
random thought patterns, basically whispering gibberish coming from the north, which across the lake is a passage that heads to the north.
So we gotta get across the crazy lake.
Yes.
I'm not. I think you guys should go first since I don't want to crack it anymore.
Okay, so Zarm tells you that he's detecting thoughts of random chaos coming from the north.
Wait, can I just somehow get onto the ceiling instead of using the ice since I feel like I would crack it even more?
Yes. You have boots of spider climb, so yes.
I think I should have brought my wyvern.
I made some Zarm fan art.
You want to come with me?
Sure. Yeah.
Onomatopoeia made Zarm fan art.
I don't know where to show it to the thing.
You can show it up to the camera.
Is it up there? You see? No? The cloak is billowing. That's what the lines are.
She says the cloak is billowing.
I'll post it in the chat thing later. But,
Nice.
yeah. It's fun though. But I'll hop on Luna's back while she uses the spider climb because I'm pretty light.
So, are you gonna? Well, you're
I'm letting her come along.
gonna pick her up. Okay. What do you? It is.
Public transportation.
That's right.
It is 40 feet across.
Okay.
And it's ice part of the way, then boiling water the other part of the way?
The ice is cracking and steam is starting to come up through the fissures in the ice.
Should I just
I would
like
do a
take
dash action and
everybody
just try to
over?
haul out and run across.
Or I can just take everybody across like one by one.
I could do dimensions.
Yeah, so Luna's prospect is that she can use her boots of spider climb and carry everybody across. That's probably not a problem for Sun Moon.
I'm gonna ninja flip my way across. I got a 7 in acrobatics. I'll give it a shot.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
13.
So on a 13,
Please don't fall.
Oof, that would be rough.
Do I have to tie a rope to everybody? Like a
Maybe.
leash?
At least reanimate my left foot that got boiled.
That'd be cool.
you make it across,
I took a jet of steam to the face.
but yeah, you take a jet of steam for 9 points of fire damage.
It happens.
Do you have the ring of fire resistance?
Yeah, that is
So then you only take 4.
Yay. I'm only at 20
So
damage.
Luna comes back and scoops up Sun Moon and runs across the wall and deposits him. Ari, did you want to attempt to ride the Dragonborn
I
or?
see the dragon taking people. I'm like, sure, I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I don't hear what y'all saying.
So she takes another one. Zarm, are you gonna ride with Luna, or do you have another plan?
Should have animated the giant bat. Oh, can't animate monsters yet? Oh, poor dog. What level do you get monsters?
Majority of the way and then walk the rest of it.
Okay.
That's my club billowing.
Okay. Make a
Weird.
dexterity saving throw. If you have a ring of fire resistance, go ahead and make that with advantage.
Yeah, because raise and it's just my hit dice, not my reach check.
I wonder if there's a specific beat or something you need.
You got a 20.
Nice. So you were able to get across with you misty step,
If you
most of the way, and then
don't do it,
walk the rest. And you're able to avoid any jets of steam, and so you guys all get across. And when you step out into the next cavern on the opposite side of this lake, you see that gore spatters the floor and walls of this windy cave, and the floor is strewn with dismembered humanoid corpses. A windy cyclone moves among the remains. A shaft in the ceiling leads up farther than you can see. And this cyclone is an air elemental, and everybody needs to roll initiative.
I want to check out the body.
Does it look like
You're-
I'm...
You're basically in the middle of an air elemental blender.
I rolled a 6.
What size do they look like?
21-ish.
Okay, hold on just a moment.
That's not too bad.
I did better this time.
I got 95.
I'm pretty sure you did not get 95.
I rolled a 95.
Amazing.
Uh-huh.
That's not a D100. It's too small to be a D100.
This is 95.
Okay, Sun Moon, what'd you get?
21.
And Zarm.
15.
And Luna.
I got a 5.
Wow, that's better than the 2. Malum.
Soft 20, because she won't let me use my upside down 16 as a 91.
Oh, wow.
How unfortunate for you.
And Ari.
22.
And give us just a moment, and we will get onomatopoeias.
I think she said she rolled a 6.
Carrie says he'd like to buy Luna new dice.
That would be helpful.
For reasons
She said she rolled a 6.
A 6?
Correct.
Okay. The air elemental got an 11.
Does this look like large, medium?
It is a large elemental, and it is pissed off. And basically what you're seeing in here is that the base of this elemental, it's like a dust devil, and it's except that instead of dust, it's just going through picking up a viscera and gore and splattering it on the walls like you hit a dead possum with a weed eater.
Nice.
Seems like my kind of elemental.
Ari, what would you like to do?
Wish that my side came with surround sound. I am going to cast Blight.
Blight?
Wait.
What does Blight do? That's a new one for me.
Necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice that you can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. The target must make a constitution save and takes 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed save or half on a successful save.
Okay.
Has no effect on undead or constructs.
It is
Special
neither of
stuff.
those. It is an elemental.
Special stuff for plants.
It got a 17 for its con save.
So it'll take half.
Okay. Go ahead and
88's is still pretty
give me half
rough.
your damage.
So it takes 11 damage.
Okay. Alright. So it is thoroughly pissed off now. Before it was just, you know,
It was
like a
just-
grumpy old man telling the corpses to get off its lawn, but now it's mad.
Oh no, what did you do?
Are we all standing next to each other, and where is this
Um,
thing to us?
So this chamber is like a circular pattern. Like I said, you can look up and you can see that this chamber goes up a long ways. And the chamber itself is only 40 feet in diameter. And everybody make a perception check. Ouch. Just snapped myself in the face with my mask.
17 on perception.
Okay?
14.
Okay?
16. Unless it's sound based, then I have that.
What'd you get?
16, unless it's sound based.
That's right, you're still deaf.
They remind me of like
So when you cast the spell, you're like, no, talking really
It was
loud.
very, very loud when I was casting that spell.
Yes.
I got 13.
Okay. So what'd you get, Mel?
I got a 17.
Okay. On your 17, you notice that one of the heads that goes flying by has the symbol of the elemental cult of air, of the Howling Hatred, carved in its forehead.
That sounds familiar.
Your guess at seeing this is that somewhere way up top, the Howling Hatred was throwing sacrifices down this well. Sun Moon, what would you like to do towards this elemental?
I will use Wind Bane to cast Dominate Monster DC 17 on the air elemental.
Okay, is that a wisdom save?
Yes.
No, 11.
It is now
Probably
charmed
takes
by
one
me.
of my-
Yep, you now have an air elemental.
And licorice.
So the air elemental,
Up to 1 hour.
calms down, and you can see that around what, I mean, not that air elementals actually have parts, but if I were to say, you can see some kind of magical shackle around what may be its neck. And it comes over and dutifully submits itself to Sun Moon.
Does this shackle look magical or?
You what?
I will do that and keep the shackle.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a spell effect from his dominate, because
Oh.
Wind Vein allows him to dominate air elemental.
I thought somebody else had put the shackle on.
No,
I'll
no.
pick that.
Out of this cave, out of this area, the passage continues to the north.
So are we taking this thing with us?
Yep, it's dominated and traveling with you as a companion for the next hour.
Nice.
Are there any like not just regular human or elf heads in this area?
There's nothing that's really intact. This thing just blew people apart. The only thing that is you find a head, and they appear to have been down here for some time. If there wasn't all the wind, there would be maggots crawling out of the eye sockets and things like that. But the one that Malum found had the Howling Hatred cult of air carved into its forehead.
But is there any like non-regular humanoid heads?
No, these all appear to be
Well,
human.
that's boring.
You could animate like 5 of them to sing the show tunes.
You could sew a whole bunch of them together and animate that, maybe.
I was hoping there would be more interesting than this thing. Actually.
We're a crap.
I was
Give
thinking,
me a quick break, I'll be right back.
I was thinking barbershop quartet. Hey, Mr. Sandman.
Hacky sack ahead.
Right? Oh, stretch.
Where you going, love?
Good luck to the DM.
Cheater.
they're gonna run you $2,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I can only stand to wear a mask for so long before I have to air out. I kind of feel like Dr. Venture when he peed in his spacesuit. Oh dear Lord, it got in my gloves. Are there any fingers? Yes, there are numerous fingers, Carrie.
Don't get greedy with the fingers. Share with the rest of the class.
You gonna make a necklace of fingers, Carrie?
That was my idea.
Onomatopoeia says, don't get greedy with the fingers.
Gotta
Has anybody
share.
watched The Norseman on Netflix?
I've seen a couple of episodes, yeah. I like the one where they're trying to kick
It's a
the
necklace after pillaging, but it's not fingers.
I like the one where they're kicking the old people off the cliff. But
Yeah, it's the first episode, yeah.
I got garbage to throw away. I'll do this really quick.
I've suddenly decided that I really want to live. So you guys continue to the north as this passage kind of wraps around, and wind rushes through this curving natural passage and off into the darkness beyond, howling and changing pitch as it feeds through the alcoves and fissures of faraway caves. Everybody make a perception check.
Not hard it is to pee
We're
a
making a
tornado
lot
without
of
getting
perception.
shoes wet.
Maybe I should upgrade my perception.
24.
Woo!
What'd you get?
21. I rolled well this time. Watch this be the only time I roll well.
Statistically, it has to even out.
Yeah.
So Sun Moon,
Are you getting this
you
today?
on the wind, you can just make out what sounds like whispers. And you hear a whisper on the wind saying something about how it's terrible that you left Speak behind, and we're sure that he'll make a good meal.
Okay, I gotta find these jerks.
Zarm, what'd you get? On your 20, you hear whispers that you hear whispers that your character's sister will surely make a good harem slave in Zakara.
No. Oh
Your mother was a hamster.
no.
What did you get?
21.
You hear that you hear a whisper saying that your druid circle never liked you and was going to kick you out of the circle.
No, not my child. Why would my child go against me?
Is that what you wanted?
The passage opens up
About you.
and kind of curves around
Mega
to the
bricks
east.
instead of Legos.
And you see dwellings that are carved in the walls of this cavern and have been torn asunder by some intense force. Ruins of several dwellings resemble gaps in the walls and piles of rubble. Scores of small humanoid corpses are scattered among the ruins.
This place is gross, you guys.
Do what?
I just said it was gross.
Yeah, there's bodies all over the place.
Oh, good.
Can I see if I have anything left?
We don't have the money for all that.
You what?
Is there like anything on them or?
Are you gonna search some of the bodies?
First I want to see how they died.
Okay.
So can I do a medicine check on that?
Yeah, go and do a medicine check.
Ooh,
Zarm, how long does detect thoughts last?
Only for 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes. Exactly, but we do have some. Okay. We did already sell a couple, which is surprising. So I don't know how long those will last.
Do we need 2 copper
Yes.
seconds?
So, what'd you get on your medicine check?
22.
On your 22 for your medicine check, it looks like these are all Snurfneblin bodies. You can determine that this area is the heart of the rock wood. And these Snurfneblin look like they all died by being flung against the walls in a massive tornado or hurricane of some type.
I'm gonna tell them all about this.
The damage that you're seeing in the rock wood is very similar to when the air devastation orb was let off in the center of Salmonvale.
I remember that.
So I'm gonna tell them all about that.
Okay. As you're leaning over,
I'm a medicine girl.
Yeah, apparently.
I have a +6 in medicine.
what's your passive perception? Lynn?
Passive perception, so my
You get 2 bonus actions.
Should be towards the bottom of your
Oh, my-
ability scores.
perception.
Your passive perception.
Oh, my path. 13.
Okay, so you're not surprised. You're examining one of these bodies, and out of the corner of your eye, you see 4 specters come out of the rubble. Everybody needs to roll initiative.
I'm just like, this is normal.
This is completely normal. Sun Moon, what'd you get?
Whopping 10.
Wow.
Get better.
Yeah, those will be.
And Zarm got a 18. Luna.
I got a 12.
Well, that's better than 2 and 5. Onomatopoeia.
21.
Malum.
10, sadly.
Wow. And Aaron.
13.
13, 12, and 10.
So onomatopoeia, you see these specters come up out of the rubble. What would you like to do?
Specters are like ghosts, right?
Yep. They are undead.
They're undead. Well, then I'm supposed to try and turn them, aren't I?
You could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a funny thing because
So I believe they get a wisdom save.
I think so.
Is that correct?
my Kinker character, since she's circled with Twilight, hates undead things. Like, they
Talk that up.
their thing is that they just like undead things and that they want to kill them.
They are. So you're level 12, right?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. They are destroyed.
Sweet. Glad I
Wow,
Well,
that was
easy.
that was freaking pointless. So
Okay.
onomatopoeia just says "Be gone," and these 4 specters just are obliterated.
Can I check the bodies now?
Yeah. You find on the bodies.
Is there any rubies?
You You find a total of 13 platinum pieces. You find 1 ruby worth 100 gold pieces.
I'm keeping the ruby.
And you find 4 jade ingots that are worth 50 gold pieces each.
Does anybody want the jade?
I'll take it.
Okay, you get the jade.
How many ingots?
How many jade ingots were there?
4 worth 50 each.
How much was the ruby worth again? Like
100.
100?
I'm drawing a picture of Speak all sad now.
You also find a +2 hand crossbow.
Does anybody want the
Will
crossbow?
Denisa ever play again? Do you think?
I don't need crossbow.
Well, she's got a crossbow of lightning. So
Oh, she's good then.
yeah, she's pretty happy with her.
Crossbow?
It's a crossbow.
It's a
+2.
+2 hand crossbow. Stamped on the side of it, it says block. It had a serial number, but it's been filed off.
Might be
Plus,
hot.
she's still pretty expensive though.
I don't really use bows, so it's kind of pointless for me.
Even if somebody doesn't take it, we should throw it in the party kitty.
Yeah, so.
If nobody takes it, I just keep it in my back pocket.
Okay, that's cool. I really like the.
I'm the treasure bag.
Yeah.
Are you going to do any more investigation in the rubble?
I will.
Okay. Go ahead and make another investigation check.
Let's see here. Gotta flip this paper back over. Just normal investigation, correct?
Yep.
Apparently there's nothing really that interesting anymore.
Okay.
Got an 8.
Yeah, no, you don't find anything else. Yeah.
Nothing more.
I need 2 puppy dragons. Unless we plan on fighting twin dragons, which would be very scary.
You guys, with your 8 investigation, as you're poking through the rubble, you can hear cursing, or what sounds like cursing, in Infernal.
Doesn't Zarm?
Wait. Aren't like little tieflings no infernal?
They can be.
Maybe Zarm knows what they're saying.
Zarm, do you speak Infernal?
My tiefling would probably know how to speak infernal.
Tender strike.
That's true.
Strike uses.
That's true. So, Luna says, "Hey, I can hear something," and you come over, and you can hear that there's this sound of curses in Infernal coming from down the northern passage out of the Rockwood, and it sounds like, oh, the stupid little snurf level, they won't sew together properly. They're so useless.
Wait, what?
Ew.
No, we're getting into some funky business here.
Everything's gross.
And that's coming from the northern passage out of here.
I don't want to be
Should I
sewn
send
to
the airline on
anybody.
to poke his face in?
That's not a bad idea. So Sun Moon wants to know if he should send in the air element.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Either got the holder, zombie beholder. Zombie beholder sounds creepy as hell.
Okay. So, are you going to follow up the air elemental?
You know, bad they have.
There was
Yeah,
zombie
I'll
beholders.
stay behind, but I'll take the following air elemental
It
specifically.
could be a zombie
Okay.
thing, pretty much.
That looks cool with the in the bag of spells, actually.
The air elemental moves ahead of you, and when you come into this area, you see two humans, an Aarakocra, and a drow hang suspended from hooks connected to chains. Blood pools on the floor beneath them, and beetles scurry along the floor, walls, and down the chains and onto the victims, which faintly struggle, rasp, and moan as the breeze turns them around and around. Debris, including tattered clothing and broken weapons, is scattered against the walls. And standing in the middle of the room is a Nikoloth that is surrounded by a number of Snurfnublin corpses that have been dismembered. And he's taking different pieces and trying to sew them onto the torso of another Snurfnublin.
It sounds like your party.
What kind of beetles are they? Normal beetles?
Dung beetles. I have no idea. They're just beetles.
That's
I
weird
can
that we were
turn
talking
into
about arts
beetles
and
now.
crafts with Viscera earlier.
Arts and crafts with viscera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sew on a pretty little head right over here.
Okay, so can I do the medicine check on the people that are still hanging?
Well, no, you can't do a medicine check because this Nikoloth sees this air elemental come in, and the air elemental gets surprised. Go ahead and make your attack with the air elemental, Sun Moon.
Okay. Slam attack +8.
Okay.
First one's a 14.
That is a miss.
Second one is a 24.
That hits.
For 16 points.
Okay. Okay. Everybody roll initiative. And Sun Moon, what'd you get? 15? Zarm got an 8.
Doing well.
Luna.
I'll go 4.
Wow. Onomatopoeia.
For how much longer?
Wow.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, you are. Did you buy new dice?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's why. Onomatopoeia bought new dice and got a 22 under a niche.
Alright.
Malum.
22.
Nice. Harry.
Not 20 for a 24.
Wow.
Am I the only one that rolled bad?
I think
Yep.
so.
Sounds like you need new dice also.
Yes, you need new dice. Okay, so with your 24, Ari, what would you like to do?
The air elemental already attacked the guy.
The air elemental already slammed him once. He seems unfazed.
Okay, what kind of a thing is he?
He is a Yugoloth. He is what is known as a Nikoloth. Elite airborne shock troops of the Yugoloths. Nikoloths look like muscular gargoyles. Powerful bat wings bear them swiftly aloft in battle, and their razor-sharp claws of their hands and feet cut through flesh and bone with ease.
Medium or large?
He is a large fiend.
So not human.
New. Definitely fiend.
Alright.
Approximate distance from our group?
30 feet.
Okay. That'll work.
I'm going to try to cast Reduce on him.
Okay. So does he get a save on that?
Yeah.
I've never cast Enlarge Reduce except on people that wanted it.
Should get a save of some sort.
Just keep reducing. We'll put them in a tiny jar.
I think
So I'm gonna bite your ankle.
That's how they do it.
Okay, I think maybe it's
Just have a fiend in a jar.
He did. Would you like to see my fiend in his jar?
you
Constitution.
can also.
Okay. He gets a 14.
Huzzah, he is reduced.
So, Ari points a finger at this Nikoloth and reduces him from large to medium.
Cool.
Ha ha.
Onomatopoeia, what would you like to do? Oh, I'm sorry. Is there anything else that you would like to do with your bonus action or movement?
Laugh at
You're
him.
bad now.
You still have zombies.
laughing at him would be a free action.
You still have zombies.
I do have zombies, but they're not very attacking.
You could send your zombies in. Oh, but they only have 20 feet of movement. They wouldn't be able to make it all the way.
They're not going to take too much out.
Yeah.
Are the chains or tethers or whatever that's holding the people aloft in a vicinity that can be seen?
Yeah, they're hanging like these three. So there's there's two humans, an Aarakocra, and a drow are hanging from these chains, like 5 feet above the Nikoloth. So they're a good 20 feet up from the ground.
Okay, but there's not like the chain goes to like there.
No, they're just hanging from the ceiling, and they're kind of being blown around by the wind in this room.
I want
So
my
We're in
turn. I could
Hellbrick,
do a
we're in
medicine
Pinhead's
check on
romper
them.
room.
We are in Pinhead's Roper.
Onomatopoeia, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try and cast Guiding Bolt as a third level spell.
Okay. Guiding bolt. Third level.
Ooh, I got a nat 20.
Ooh, all damage is doubled.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6, D6.
Maybe the thing is getting new dice.
I don't know, it seems to work pretty good for me.
And what is the thing that isn't a drow or a person?
The Aarakocra.
Yeah.
So Aarakocra are like, they're humanoids, but they look like eagles.
It's
Ooh.
the eagle version of Kanku.
It adds up
Yeah.
to 34.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So,
Wow.
Onomatopoeia throws a guiding bolt and hits this guy for 34 points. And he lets out a scream. Is there anything you want to do with your movement or your bonus action?
No, I'm good. I feel very satisfied. I feel satisfied.
That was pretty good, yeah.
That went really well.
Malum, what would you like to do?
I will cover the 30-foot distance to him.
Okay.
I will pull out my Frostbrand and Rapier and take a couple of folks.
Go for it.
That's down to 26, I'm going to assume hits.
Yes, it does.
Do you want the damage separate or all together?
So,
Because Frostbrand is
so
full.
he takes half damage from cold.
Okay, I'll give you those separate.
So just to let everybody know, he has damage resistances to cold, fire, lightning, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing non-magical attacks. So he'll take half of that cold. Damn.
Alright.
Isn't that cold magical?
It is, but that doesn't count. The slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning is what he would take from non-magical.
Yeah. So 8 for magical slashing,
Okay.
and another cut in half, 2 points of cold.
Okay. Your next attack.
Which will be a rapier poke.
Okay.
18.
That hits.
As you can hear, somebody on Discord is entering me.
For 8 points of
It's literally
damage.
from a
Okay.
Discord kind of chat that's
Don't forget you get
onion.
sneak attack damage because he's in combat with the air elemental.
Ah. He is in combat. Well, then on the first one,
The air elemental went up and slapped him with the ring hand.
on the first attack would be another 5 points.
Okay.
Second attack would be another 5 points.
Well, you only get the sneak attack once. Once per turn.
Nope.
Yes.
Because my swashbuckling.
That doesn't matter. You only get sneak attack once per turn.
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought it still applied with that ability.
Let me look up swashbuckler.
For Radish Audacity,
Breakish Audacity.
Yeah.
So you can add your charisma modifier to your initiative rolls. In addition, you don't need advantage on your attack roll to use sneak attack if no creature other than your target is within 5 feet of you. All other rules for sneak attack class features still apply.
Okay.
You only get sneak attack once per turn.
Oh, okay, cool. Then third attack.
Okay.
I just need this
25.
carrying thing.
Yep.
Cold. Regular. So 9 points of magical slashing
Okay.
and 6 points in cold, which is already heavy.
Okay. Did you want to spend any points and do anything more? Because you're a fighter, so you're a battle master, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on using my superiority dice.
Okay. All right. Sun Moon, what would you like to do?
First, for no action, I can command the air elemental to continue to slam attack and pursue.
Okay, go for it.
28 to hit for 16 points.
Okay.
Second slam, another 28 for 9 points.
Okay.
And Sun Moon will close up. I'm presuming I'm less than 55 away from it.
Yeah, you're 30 feet.
Okay, yeah, I'll run on up and start my Windbane strikes.
Okay.
A 21.
Yep.
3 plus 6 lightning.
Okay.
Second Windbane.
Okay.
Dang it, Windbane, I rolled another crit 1.
Go! You roll a 1 and the Nikoloth catches Windvane under its arm and pulls it out of your grasp and now has control of Windvane.
Okay, and an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Oh no.
18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah.
For 8 points and stunning strike DC 17.
Okay. Nope, got a 12. So the Nikoloth is stunned.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I'll stay adjacent.
Okay. Nikoloth is stunned and can do nothing. Zarm, what would you like to do? You have advantage.
Right, but he's also resistant to almost everything that I can cast. How many people are around him?
There's the air elemental, Sun Moon, and Malum. I'm gonna cast Chain Lightning and use Sun Moon and Malum as my focal points.
They look like good lightning, right?
Resistant to lightning, go ahead.
How is this guy looking?
He's pretty beat up from when you first came in. I mean, he was already covered in gore and blood, but now a lot of it's his own.
I would like to run up into the center of all of this and thunderclap
Okay.
with reckless abandon.
Okay. So
The con 17 save.
he might actually succeed. He gets a soft 20.
Okay, and then I do thunder wave,
Okay.
which is a con 17 save.
No, he fails with a 12.
Do the rest of us have to make that save?
He gets 9
Yeah.
damage.
So Malum and Sun Moon and the air elemental need to save as well.
On both.
Yeah. So you get 2 con saves. DC 17.
Sunwing rolls a
Con?
20.
Okay?
14 on the first one.
Rolls an 18.
Okay. Make those again. The first one was for Thunderclap, the second one was for Thunder Wave.
I failed the first, made the
Sunwing
second.
crit fails with a 3 on the second one. And the air elemental's really in tune with me. He rolls for a total of 4.
Okay.
So 11 thunder damage on both of you.
A resistance of 5.
So 11 thunder damage.
And 11 on the air elemental.
And on Thunderclap, are they deafened for 1 minute?
Except for these two right here. They're twins.
Okay. Well, that's good.
But if they did not save the thunder, they are pushed back 10.
Right, but they did.
Those
So,
are second,
yeah, so.
And then are the drow and those hanging, are they within range as well?
No, because they're 20 feet up.
Okay.
Luna, what would you like to do?
I'd like to run back out there.
Okay.
Thanks, Sarm. Welcome. I'm gonna punch you while you're taking a nap. Rick is abandoned.
So the enemy's distracted, right?
He's stunned. So you have advantage if you want to go up and swing your flame.
I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack with advantage.
I got a new die out.
Advantage,
I think I just need a new set of dice.
right? What you got?
I got a 7.
Well, no wonder your dice don't like you. You keep throwing them across the room.
I kicked it with my foot and got a 20. So Luna goes up and swings and misses with a 7. That was with advantage.
Wow. Third
This
set of
is
dice
just a
with the
really
tail
light
coming.
die. I didn't
Right?
expect it to go flying.
Ari, what would you like to do?
Even though he's going to resist most of it, well, damaging spell it isn't concentration. So, chill touch.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make your ranged spell attack. Or ranged melee spell melee attack? Whatever.
I don't know. 25.
Did you really, Zara?
Okay, cool.
25 to hit.
Yes.
9 necrotic damage.
So, I'm sorry, how much damage?
9 necrotic damage.
Okay. So, Ari hits the Nycoloth with chill touch, and it lets out a gurgling scream and falls dead.
There's still some boxes.
On the wind that's coming through the chamber, you hear a whisper that says, "Oh bother, I see you're going to be trouble." And that's where we'll end for this week.
Did I hear that?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, my hearing's back.
Yes. Yeah, your hearing is back.
Good deal.
I'm now wary of all ranking spellcasters closing the gap and will respond accordingly.
Yes, right?
I'll put my fan art in the Facebook chat.
Yeah, I agree with Carrie. Luna needs the titanium weighted version dice.
So I did a picture of Speak too that they got left behind. You want to see?
Oh, yeah, show the cameras. She did a picture of Speak.
He's at home by himself.
Nice.
Bad boy.
Speak.
As the forces of evil are talking about carving up Speak. All right, thank you for watching. That is our game for this week. Be sure to tune in next week, Saturday at 12:45 for the next episode of Princess of the Apocalypse.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Same
Yeah.
time, same bad channel.